This hilarious The Office compilation showcases some of Michael Scott's most unforgettable moments, proving why he's one of the funniest and most unpredictable sitcom characters ever created. The comedy kicks off with Michael dramatically announcing, "I declare bankruptcy," believing that simply shouting the word will magically erase all of his financial problems. Oscar quickly brings him back to reality, explaining that bankruptcy is an actual legal process, not something you can solve with a loud declaration. As Oscar reviews Michael's finances, everyone discovers that years of reckless spending, expensive impulse purchases, unnecessary gadgets, and terrible money management have pushed him deep into debt. Instead of accepting responsibility, Michael desperately tries to convince Oscar to fix everything, even offering ridiculous payment methods like coupons, back rubs, and imaginary rewards. When the truth becomes too embarrassing to handle, Michael briefly decides to run away from all of his responsibilities, creating one of the series' funniest moments. The laughs continue with Michael's ongoing feud with Toby, the HR representative he simply cannot stand. During Toby's exit interview, Michael completely abandons professionalism, asking absurd questions like, "Who do you think you are?" and "What gives you the right?" Instead of conducting a real interview, he spends the entire meeting mocking Toby and making sarcastic comments. Later, during Toby's farewell party, Michael repeatedly interrupts Toby's emotional goodbye speech before performing an over-the-top parody song celebrating Toby's departure, leaving the entire office caught between laughter and complete disbelief. One of the most iconic scenes in the series arrives during the office CPR and first aid training session. What begins as a serious workplace safety lesson quickly turns into absolute chaos thanks to Michael and Dwight. Michael keeps interrupting the instructor with ridiculous battlefield scenarios, asks bizarre hypothetical questions, and somehow turns a CPR demonstration into a debate about people losing their arms and legs. The office erupts into laughter as everyone starts singing "Staying Alive," completely forgetting the actual lesson. The situation only becomes more outrageous when Dwight attempts to harvest organs from the CPR dummy, creating one of the most memorable comedy sequences in television history. At the annual sales conference, Michael once again steals the spotlight when Dwight is about to receive the prestigious Salesman of the Year award. Unable to resist being the center of attention, Michael delivers an awkward speech filled with terrible jokes, failed impressions, and painfully uncomfortable audience interactions. Just when it seems the event has completely fallen apart, Dwight unexpectedly delivers an intense, dramatic motivational speech that sounds more like a military rally than an acceptance speech. Somehow, his passionate performance wins over the audience and earns thunderous applause. The compilation also follows Michael through one of his most awkward personal crises after believing he may have contracted herpes. Determined to find out where it came from, he begins calling nearly every woman he has ever dated. Each phone call becomes more uncomfortable than the last, leading to hilarious misunderstandings and painfully awkward conversations. Among those calls is Holly, the woman Michael truly loved. Their conversation reveals that despite all the jokes and chaos, Michael still carries genuine feelings for her, adding a surprisingly emotional layer beneath the comedy. Later, Michael joins Jan for an important business lunch with a potential client. Rather than behaving professionally, he spends the meeting telling terrible jokes, randomly breaking into songs, ordering food before discussing business, and creating one awkward situation after another. Despite constantly embarrassing Jan, Michael's natural charisma, confidence, and genuine connection with the client somehow help close the deal, proving that his unconventional style occasionally succeeds when nobody expects it. Throughout every scene, Michael Scott's boundless confidence, complete lack of self-awareness, and endless optimism create non-stop laughter. Whether he's declaring bankruptcy, sabotaging office meetings, ruining CPR training, hijacking award ceremonies, awkwardly reconnecting with former girlfriends, or accidentally winning important clients, Michael always manages to turn ordinary situations into unforgettable comedy. Combined with Dwight's intense personality, Oscar's frustration, Toby's endless patience, and the reactions of the rest of the Dunder Mifflin staff, this compilation perfectly captures the unique humor, heart, and chaotic brilliance that have made The Office one of the greatest comedy series of all time.